afternoon and welcome to the Midday News for Thursday, March 5. I'm Carrie Simpson. A special welcome to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Ocho Rios High plunged into mourning. Sibling of embroiled burnt victim in Westmoreland charged. And later in sports, West Indies coach frustrated after being stuck in India.
Now the details. Less than 24 hours after hundreds of schools across the island celebrated Peace Day, Ocho Rios High School in St. Anne has been plunged into mourning. One student is dead and his attacker, another student, is in police custody.
It was a somber mood at Ocho Rios High School in St. Anne Thursday morning. This after learning that 16-year-old Devonnie Shearer succumbed to injuries following an altercation with another male student on Wednesday. According to police report, Devonnie and another student were involved in a fight on Tuesday. Things escalated in class Wednesday, where it's alleged that while Devonnie was in class, his attacker came up from behind and hit him with a metal chair on his head, causing a wound which left him unconscious. He was rushed to the St. Anne's Bay Hospital by a teacher where he later died. The boy who inflicted the wound had run away but was later arrested and remains in police custody. On Thursday, Education Minister Dr. Dina Morris Dixon was a part of a team from the ministry, including counselors who visited the school.
We know that yesterday would have been a very difficult day for you as leader of this institution and for the teachers and the students who would have been here. And so we're just here in solidarity with you, grieving with the school. Can tell you the whole of Jamaica is grieving with you.
It's just an unfortunate exhibition of, intemperance really, and violence that continues to bedevil and plague our society.
The incident has cast a dark shadow on the school, which just celebrated Peace Day on Wednesday.
It's a very disheartening situation. And we have these things that's a bit had too many times. I suppose it's a reflection of the society in which we live. But I hope we can manage this one through and give support to the school.
In the meantime, the ministry, along with the school and other stakeholders, will be meeting with the family of the deceased.
And at least one clergyman believes that if young people are to learn how to manage emotions such as anger, then those in authority must lead by example.
Speaking at the closing ceremony of a week-long peace initiative dubbed Voices for Peace at the Sacred Heart Academy in Christiana, Manchester, Reverend Nielsen Thwaite says many of the violent acts played out by youths across the world stem from being put down, shut down and bullied and not allowed to express their feelings. He adds that parents often provoke their children towards anger and violent crimes.
Hurting people hurt people. Some of them are our parents. They will have had some challenges growing up, and they have not had the opportunity to resolve those challenges, and they become parents. And some of the emotional stuff that they have out there, where do you think it is going to end up? You're right. That's the reality that we face.
He noted that making peace today is more difficult than years ago, and Reverend Thwaite added that parents are struggling to manage their children's activities as they spend long hours on their phones and gadgets.
The cell phone is what our young people have, and so parents and guardians and teachers have to manage children, and the community is not as supportive as it used to be. So peacemaking is more difficult now than it was 25, 30, 40 years ago.
Meanwhile, Education Officer at the Ministry of Education Region 5, Marsha Fennell Bell, said the week's activities complement the ministry's own programs in schools to nurture a culture of peace.
This will also redound in our students functioning effectively in schools, homes and societies as we acquire safe learning environments reduced violent behaviors, and improved academic outcomes.
The sister of the burnt victim embroiled in a fight with a pump attendant in Westmoreland has been charged. Renisha Forrester was charged days ago for unlawful wounding. She is scheduled to appear before the Westmoreland Parish Court on Tuesday, March 10. It's alleged that on the day of the incident at the Fesco gas station, Forrester and her sister physically assaulted the pump attendant. During the altercation, which turned physical, her sister was doused with gas and set on fire. The burned victim is currently hospitalized and is said to be recovering. Finance Minister Favour Williams announced amendments to the central government's 2026-27 estimates of expenditure. She was addressing the Standing Finance Committee a short while ago. Among the changes, an additional $2 billion is being proposed to facilitate the establishment of the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, $1.66 billion to fund Phase 2 of the Ministry of Health's Hurricane Relief and Recovery Program.
On page 4 of the amendment document, a total of $20 billion are being proposed for transfer from the $30 billion allocated for the contingency provision for Hurricane Melissa reconstruction/restoration under head 20,000C, which is the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service Capital. This is to facilitate spending related to Hurricane Melissa reconstruction, restoration activities in the Office of the Cabinet and the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information. A balance of $10 billion will remain in the contingency for Hurricane Melissa reconstruction/restoration. On page 5 of the amendment document, an additional $18 billion are being proposed for Head 41,000, which is the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, to facilitate the continued refurbishment and restoration of schools and regional offices damaged by Hurricane Melissa.
The minister says the changes will not change the overall central government expenditure. The World Meteorological Organization's Hurricane Committee has retired Melissa from its rotating list of names because of the death and destruction it caused in the Caribbean in October 2025. The committee selected Molly as a replacement name. At its peak, Melissa was classified as a Category 5 storm based on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale, with life-threatening winds reaching around 300 km per hour. The storm produced devastating storm surge and damaging winds across Jamaica and Cuba and brought extreme rainfall and flooding to the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica and Cuba. Melissa was responsible for more than 90 deaths across Jamaica, Haiti and the other island nations. It is the strongest hurricane on record to make landfall in Jamaica. The storm ties with Hurricane Dorian in the Bahamas in 2019 and the 1935 Labor Day hurricane in the USA as the strongest hurricane.